Minasan, konnichiwa! It's me, Tokkuri Yashi, and today we are back for Abyss Battle. This month it is the Dark Abyss Battle. So let's jump in to this battle then. And quickly, for anybody that is new, this mode we take on the Outpost Quests here. The Outpost Quests will give us these hunting tickets. When we use the hunting tickets, we can take on the bosses. The damage we do to the bosses gives us points. These points mean prizes, and again, this mode is very good for enhancing the Princess Knight enhancements. We're getting astral shards, astral spheres, even some masterpiece shards in there as well. They're keeping it still at 25 billion for the shard rewards there. We get a few DAs and a few princess hearts there, up to 70 billion. So I'll come back when the very hard outpost quests. I'll have a look at the team we used for that. So we are back for the very hard outpost quest. So there are plenty of options to take on this mode with physical and magical. If you don't have some of the new characters here, then even older characters like this 6-star Shinobu or 6-star Mitsuki might help with a physical team. Commander Erika obviously would probably be good in there. Did use Christina on this team, and she did actually get killed first time around through with Christina Alpha on here. There's probably plenty of magical options as well. The new Prefest Ranfa with a unique equipment is probably going to be pretty good there. The Homarage might be good as well. Maybe the Alpha Nenica. There'll be quite a few options we could use. These outpost quests aren't too difficult. So there we go. Now we've got the outpost quests beaten. Let's jump over then and take on the bosses this month and see which are the best teams to take them on. Let's jump into first boss that we have again then this month, which is the Electric Chicken, Madam Electra. And as always, we have got some teams for this boss. These have been provided again by Eriru, a JP content creator. So let's see what options we have got. Now remember, for these very hard bosses, 300 million damage should be able to one-pan it. 334 million should be able to 3-pan the extreme mode, and we've got a couple of options here that are capable of doing some of that here. Looks like we are going physical. Physical team looks like to be the better option, but there are some magical options there at the bottom. You've got Commander Makoto actually being used in that top team there, but if you don't have her or don't have her built, we can swap in Riri perhaps. We'll also say here, as it shows, if you don't have a Violet, then you may end up having to resort to using Miyako, although damage will drop quite significantly, but it should still be enough to get you through if you keep chipping at it. So let's jump in then to this fight. I'm going to go in with this top team here. Let's see how we do. So it is saying here that, quickly get it set, this team is supposed to be able to do about 400 million damage, which would be plenty to take out this very hard mode, and it's very good for the extreme mode. Well, it's nice to see Commander Makoto actually getting a use here in this top team, ahead of Riri if you don't have one of the Makoto, and even maybe Alpha Christina. Hopefully be able to borrow Violet if you don't have it, but like we said, if you don't, then you may end up having to use Miyako for this physical team. If there's any magical team that you don't have Violet for, then perhaps Kukanawa is the sub option that you really want to go for. But like always, use these teams here as a template if you can't build any of them. And then maybe you're going to have to put in a couple of other characters. For this, perhaps 6-star Eriko might become your DPS if you can't fill in the slot there with Commander Makoto, Riri, or even the Alpha Christina. So there is a few options available. As we can see there, we have beaten this 19 seconds to go. So there is a lot more damage that we could get out of this when we get to the extreme mode. So there we have it. And Madam Electra is beaten then. Let's move on then to the second boss we have this month. Time then for boss number 2, Toughgeist. Now we have taken on Toughgeist a little bit, well, recently in Clan Battle, so there was a good dark team for that, and the remnants of that, or upgrade from that, is available here. 394 million with this top team here. Yamato, as this is a multiple target boss, is actually getting a bit of use on this team. Again, we've got Violet tanking a lot. If it's a physical team, again, maybe if you don't have Violet or Yamato, then you may end up having to resort to Miyako. If it's a magical team, Kuka-Noir. Well, again, there is a few physical and magical team options for this. This magical team multiple target has been buffed quite a bit, it seems, since that last clown battle fight. So hopefully we can build a team here. So let's jump in with Toughgeist. I'm going to go in again with this top team here. Medusa, I think, is a very, very strong contender to take out Toughgeist. She will probably be carrying most of the damage, even more than the Alpha Christina. So there are, like we see, a few options on here, magical and physical. The new unique equipment for Ranfa, previous Ranfa, is making her a top option for this as well. She does have a little bit of multiple target in her kit. We have got plenty of other options as well. If you don't have some of these teams here, I mean, characters that were in that original clan battle team like Vikala and Edo Mitsuki, you may consider trying to swap in if you have a space missing on one of the physical teams that you can't quite fill in. But the main damage, I think, is coming from Medusa and the Alpha Christina here in this fight. Eriko is showing up here too, the Commander Eriko, with a unique equipment. And again, with 17 seconds to go, we have taken out the Toughgeist. Plenty of time left over. So when we get to the extreme, we should be doing pretty well there. And like we said, yes, Medusa just taking the most damage there away from Christina. Yamato, Yamato can still have a little bit of use. Everybody had hit. Everybody. Well, anyway, that's enough about Yamato. Let's move on to a boss number 3. Time for boss number 3 then, Cyclops. So, who are we going to be taking on Cyclops with this month? Let's have a look at some of the teams. And it looks like we are definitely going magical for this fight here. Violet doing a very good job of tanking for a magical team. Again, if you don't have Violet, we're probably going to have to resort to using Kuka-Noir. We've got the New Year's Ilya there in the top team there for 3.4 million damage. Interestingly though, the second best team isn't the one with Carol in it. It looks like it's swapping Carol for the Ranfa, previous Ranfa with their unique equipment. If we just unset Nenica there, that should do a little bit more damage. So a lot of the same faces appearing in with this team. Hopefully you can build a magical team. If not, you may have to experiment a little bit, swapping in and out a few other magical characters that we've got. So let's jump in with that team and just a little input in here of unsetting the Alpha Nenica. This should see us through as the second best team here. I don't have the New Year's Ilya, so we can't run that top team. This one should get us through with plenty of damage anyway. I think the Cyclops looks like it might be the trickiest of the 3 that we have got this month. Seems like that is the case. 6-star Vampy being used a lot as well. 6-star certainly did bring a lot of upgrades to her. And we can see that the upgrades for Ranfa, we'll see what damage Ranfa does when we finally take out Cyclops. But she has definitely been improved quite a lot with that unique equipment that she has got. There is one team here that's got Alpha Christina in it and Grey, so it's a bit of a mix. But as we see, on the whole, we are going to be going for magic for the Cyclops boss. So, as we can see here, it is a little bit... What the... Okay, so what I did is not pay attention, and I had Kuka-Noir that I was testing instead of Violet. If we had had Violet in there, we would have easily one-shot this boss. because I'm a silly sausage, we didn't. Anyway, don't make that mistake that I made. And put Violet in if you have her. What a silly sausage. Anyway, we were going to have a look at Ranfa's damage. That's messed everything up. She did do the most damage on that team. If you was curious, even though we didn't get to see it, and I completely and utterly messed up. So that is all 3 bosses taken care of this month. Don't be a plonker like me and check your teams. So hopefully you can build teams to take them on. Again, the extreme mode is the same as the very hard mode, just with more hit points. So send in the best team that you had. Right, okay, as a bit of extra content, because I was a silly sausage, we're going to go into the extreme Cyclops, and we're going to use the proper team this time. We're going to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. So now we can see what this team can truly do. And we'll finally get to see what the damage is for the Ranfa and her unique equipment. Oh my goodness me. Anyway, what a silly sausage. Right, okay, we will be back when there is about 10 seconds left to go on this extreme fight. Right, here we go. 10 seconds left to go on this extreme fight. Claim, what was it claiming? 340 million damage was claimed to do on the extreme fight here. There we go. First extreme fight, 332 million damage, but we can see, oh, actually Vampy on that run did a little bit more damage than Ranfa, so not bad at all there, I suppose. Using up 1 extra ticket probably won't be the biggest problem for me. I should still be able to get all of the rewards, not a problem. Anyway, for real this time, I was Tokkuri Yashi. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all again for another video. Bye 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 bye. Yay!